I'm upright.
What does UVA do offensively that presents a challenge to you guys?
They're very multiple in what they do, and so it's kind of a puzzle trying to figure out a puzzle. You know, they're always moving. They have a lot of different personnel groupings. You know, they run basically the same plays, but they really do a great job of masking how they get to them. So it's very much a pro-style offense, the same thing you see on Sundays, you know, with a lot of tight ends moving, backs moving, shifts, trades, motions, and it really, you know, really causes the defense to, you know, calm down and sit and try to, you know, figure out the puzzle so you know where you are, you know where you're fitting in the defense. So that can be challenging.
And they use their tight ends quite a bit, more than most teams do. How does that sort of just change what you guess based on what you guys have done?
It doesn't really change anything. It's just, you know, you have to be very judicious with your, you know, with your people in terms of how much you can do, because with all those different moving parts, the reason for that is they're trying to get somebody out of place here and there. And they get one guy out of place, you know, ends up being a big play. You see that in almost every game. So, you know, it doesn't really change. It's just you got to do a great job of recognizing everything.
Larry said their record's a little bit deceiving due to the schedules that they played. Is that evident?
Yes, absolutely. No question about it. You know, to me, offensively, they're probably the best offense we play. In my opinion, the offensive line is really well coached, very sound in what they do. The record to me is definitely deceiving. I mean, there's some wins some wins they left out there that they really could have and should have had. Notre Dame would be a great example as one of them. You know, Notre Dame's got a really good football team and really good players. So they're very well coached. The 2-4 record is definitely deceiving. But you know, again, it's we're going to have to play really well defensively to, you know, stop these guys.
We haven't seen a lot out of Malik Simmons prior to Saturday. How has he kind of responded to, you know, his suspension early in the year and then having to step up?
Yeah, I was really proud of the way he played Saturday. You know, again, he's been back in the mix and he's kind of knocked off the dust a little bit. But I didn't know how he would respond on game day, but he really did well. I mean, he played within the defense, within the structure of the defense, did what we asked him to do. And I thought he was very productive within the defense.
What impressed you about Jalen Dalton on Saturday?
For his first game, I don't feel like he was big-eyed. You know, I don't feel like he was, you know, a lot of times your first game you're going to be not intimidated, but you're going to be, you know, you're going to be anxious, and I didn't see that from him at all. So he did some really good things. I think he did a lot of things he can learn from too. So he'll continue to improve. But for his first game, I was really proud of the way he played. Really.
How much have you seen him grow since he
in the last month, it's night and day. Last month it's night and day. And again, you never know when the light comes on for guys, but it's come on for him, and he hasn't arrived yet. He knows that. We're still trying to put weight on him, you know. But if he'll just continue on the track of improvement, he's going to continue to be a really good player.
How big is it to have that improvement from him, you know, at this point when the D-line is a little banged up and everything?
Yes, it's huge. It's huge. And at this point in the year, you're always looking for guys, you know, typically. So for him to be able to come through and help us right now is really big.
Can you overstate the value of Jalen having stuff on film now to see an actual game?
No, it's invaluable. It's invaluable. So he now can look at himself accurately, assess how, you know, where he is, how far he's come, and how far he needs to go. But being able to really watch a full game of yourself for your first time in college, you know, it pays a lot of dividends. So he's got something to compare it to now, and he knows where he's got to head, you know, down the road.
And you guys talked last week about how well he'd practiced 3 weeks leading up to the game. Shouldn't that trajectory even be faster now that he has that stuff on film and he should be able to learn?
Well, I hope he keeps, you know, I hope we keep seeing progression, but it's all going to correlate with exactly what you do out here. That's what happens. You don't just show up on Saturday and all of a sudden you play well, right? We don't have any of those guys. I very rarely have ever been around guys that do that. What you do out here is what you usually do in the game. So his progression out here, you know, gave us confidence that he could do what he did in the game. And so this week, again, I think he's worked really hard to keep trying to move in that direction.